Hey guys, welcome to Take 5. I'm your host, Carla Salinas. Thanks for spending your morning with us. Hey, did you know the RGV has an ice skating rink? It's the only one here in the Valley, and Take 5 photojournalist Rick Velasquez and I got to take a visit. Take a look. You know how sometimes people are surprisingly naturally good at things and can put on skates and glide on the ice gracefully like nobody's business? I can't. This is not that story. Our journey to getting my hand off the rail starts at Ice Skate and Boogie in Edinburgh.
It's really emotional and also satisfying when you see people coming to your place and has a good time, you know, as when you invite your friends at home. And you know, you want them to have a good time, and if you see them, your family that comes by and see them happy, you can, of course, relate to that, you know.
And a good time I certainly had. Pedro and I started off as strangers, but there's nothing like the vulnerability of slipping countless times to really get to know someone. As soon as I stepped on the ice, I knew I was doomed, but Pedro's words of encouragement seemed to help.
You're a strong, confident woman.
I'm a strong, confident woman.
But not really. Little by little, I started getting more comfortable, so I put my brave face on and let go of the rail. Pedro explained to me that when he lived in Mexico, he would go to ice rinks and dream of having one himself. So he took a big risk, and he, along with his family, made that dream a reality.
It makes me really happy every time I prepare everything and I see it ready, you know, for people to just walk in. And since, as you said, he's the only one right now in the Valley, and like it does make me feel a little special.
At the end of the day, I had so much fun ice skating like a pro, and it was a nice experience to remind me to not take life so seriously.
So everyone is very welcome, you know. Everybody to walk in and come ice skate and boogie. Everyone is invited.
Guys, come try it out. Ice skate and boogie, Edinburgh, Texas. We'll see you here. Ice skating is the perfect date night or even family night activity, and if you're looking for more fun things to do, Hot Wheels Monster Truck's Live Glow Party is coming to the RGV. Joining us now is Mike Phelps. Mike, it's my understanding that you're actually the driver of one of these iconic monster trucks?
Yes, I am the driver of Mega Rex. This is just an awesome deal with Hot Wheels that we're bringing to the Rio Grande Valley. We've been there before, but this is the first time we're bringing the Glow Party.
So what can our viewers expect from this year's event?
Oh, they're going to see the trucks light up. The arena will go dark. We have a fabulous light show with lasers and smoke and fog, and it's just a great experience for the kids. When they come into the arena, when lights go down, we can still see their smiles, but they have glow sticks. They'll have the lasers going all over the arena. The trucks will light up themselves as we perform. So it's just an all-around great experience.
I gotta ask, is it scary at all?
It is actually not scary at all. They cater to the children, which makes it a good experience for them overall. It'll start out as a normal monster truck show, but the lights go down, the music comes up, the lasers start going across the arena, the lights start flashing and strobing. And it's just, it just makes everything a good experience. From the stands, it just looks awesome. I wish I could be up there in the stands, but you know, I get one of the best seats in the house inside of a monster truck.
What's your favorite part of the event?
My favorite event is donuts in the show part. But one of my most favorite parts is the pre-show. They call it the crash zone, which is an hour and a half of just meeting the fans, signing autographs, taking pictures, and that just makes the whole show. I mean, that to me, if they just done that for an hour and a half and said, okay, you're done, I'm really satisfied with that.
And where can people get their tickets?
Tickets, I believe, is available at the Bird Ogden Arena, AXS.com. The show starts at 7:30 Saturday night. Starts at noon on Saturday morning, I believe. Anybody who's watching this, they come down to see the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow Party. You can come and see me in Mega Rex. You also see Bigfoot, Bone Shaker, Tiger Shark, Gunkster, and Demo Derby, which just happens to be my daughter. But, you know, I have to throw that out there.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be so much fun, and I'm so excited to see it. You guys at home have to see it as well. The Valley is known for their tacos, and one taqueria is nominated for a very prestigious award. Take 5 reporter Carmen Elena spoke to the owner and joins us with more.
Hey guys, I'm Carmen Elena and I am at Annalisa Taqueria in Mission, Texas. And if you haven't heard already, Anna is a James Beard Award semi-finalist and she's taking us inside her kitchen to show us how she makes fresh corn tortillas from scratch. Ana opened her taqueria in May 2021, serving traditional Mexican dishes with a twist. Her menu includes tacos, tostadas, empanadas, and flautas to name the least. But the number one thing that makes her taqueria stand out are her handmade corn tortillas.
Well, I always knew I wanted to do something different when I opened the taqueria, and for me the most important thing is the quality of the food. So I always want to bring like the fresh ingredients to the table, and I think like that's like the base. The tortilla is the base for everything in a taqueria.
Ana follows a process called nixtamalization, which is a traditional way of preparing maize. Every night, Ana steeps dried corn kernels in water with dehydrated lime powder, also known as Mexican cal. She cooks the kernels for 35 minutes and then allows them to rest for 12 hours. The next day, she turns on her corn grinder and makes the masa for her tortillas.
So I use 2 types of corns. I use the yellow corn and the blue corn. So the blue corn is only for tostadas and the yellow corn is for everything else, like tostadas de mesa, los tacos, las empanadas, las flautas.
You can feel, smell, and taste the quality of Ana's tortillas. They are light and airy and fold easily without crumbling or falling apart. I can see why Ana was nominated for the James Beard Award Best Chef in Texas. This is a major accomplishment in the restaurant industry. I asked Ana how she reacted after hearing the big news.
Actually, like I wasn't expecting it, honestly, at all. So it was like a super good news for me, and I was super excited.
Her dream of opening a taqueria began at a young age, and her inspiration came from helping her father at his taquerias in Mexico.
My love for food started when I was like going every weekend, because I always live over here. So every weekend I would go to the taquerias of my dad and help him out. So I knew I wanted to open like a taqueria, but like not like every taqueria, you know what I mean? Like something different.
Ana has a special message for young Latina women just like herself that want to be successful in life.
I feel like everything is possible. And honestly, you don't need a lot of money, or you don't need like to start with like a location or something. You can start with your house and then grow from there, you know what I mean? If you want to do something, just do it. Like don't think about it twice, you know what I mean? I feel like that's the most important thing.
Visit Annalisa Taqueria in Mission, Texas, and follow her on Instagram and Facebook to see all of her amazing dishes. For Take 5, I'm Carmen Elena.
Up next, I'm sitting here with Emily's Meals. You're gonna wanna meet this extraordinary young lady who is feeding the homeless one meal at a time when we return.
The Hot Wheels Monster Truck Live segment is sponsored by Bird Ogden Arena.
A trip to the grocery store was all it took to spark change in our community. Emily's Meals was formed after a then 6-year-old girl wanted to help a homeless person. Joining us today is Emily herself. Emily, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, it's so nice to be here.
So tell me about that trip to the grocery store.
Well, it was like a really cold, really rainy day, and me and my dad were going to H-E-B to get some errands, run some errands, get some groceries. And we were pulling out of H-E-B, and I saw this man just walking on the street, and it was like drizzly and rainy and cold. And I turned to my dad and I was like, Dad, why is he out here walking when it's rainy and cold? And he goes, the man's homeless. And I was in kinder. I had no idea what being homeless was, so I asked him, what's homeless? And he goes, they don't have a home to go to. They don't have a mom or dad to take care of them. They're out on the streets, and sometimes they don't have food or water to drink and eat. And I was shocked. I was a little petrified. Emily was like super like, why? And so I was really like moved by that moment. So we went to Delia's Tamales and got him a cup of coffee and some tamales, and we pulled up to him. My dad rolled down the window and I handed it to him. I said, God bless you. And that moment really stuck with me for the rest of like the week. And I go to Our Lady of Sorrow School, and they always teach us that you have to give back to your community. You have to do like the right thing. You always have to be there for people who can't like do what you have. And so I was like really moved by that, and I kept persisting to my parents, we have to do something about this. We have to do something about this. And they're like, oh, she's 6 years old. She's just gonna forget about tomorrow. But I couldn't stop.
You didn't.
I could not stop.
You didn't. And Emily's Meals has now grown so much. So tell me about all of the ways that you've helped since that moment. I know you just celebrated your 8-year anniversary.
Yes. It's been an incredible journey, and it hasn't just been me and my family. We're with a group of amazing people that from all over, that all religions, like everything, that just help us, and it's so amazing. We always it's just a wonderful community to be in, and we feed 40 homeless people every day.
Wow.
We've been doing that for 8 years now, and it's just been a wonderful thing to see our community grow more together in helping a group that can't help themselves.
And if anyone is watching right now and they want to help too, how can they participate?
You don't need to be a part of our Emily's Meals, our group, but just giving one meal, like when you're out for lunch, going to McDonald's, ordering one extra meal, giving it to the first homeless person you see, that makes a big difference. That'll make their day. Or if you have clothes that you're not wearing anymore, or you're at Academy and you can buy an extra pair of socks, they love that. Socks are a big thing. They love those.
And lastly, Emily, why do you think it's so important to really empower the Valley?
I think empowering the Valley is a really important thing because we're like the little guy, and like no one ever talks about us that much, but we really need to just like be there for each other and be one big community.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Emily. Now, for more information on Emily's Meals, you can visit their Facebook at Emily's Meals. Coming up, we're introducing you to another incredible person in the RGV. Made in the 956 Extra is up next. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. If you're a flower lover, you're gonna want to check out this unique on-the-go flower shop on today's Made in the 956 Extra. We'll be right back. Today we're at the Tipsy Canvas in McAllen, and I am here with artist Caitlin Tyler, who's going to be teaching us how to paint. So make sure you guys stick around to the end to see my final product. Tipsy Canvas is a place to channel your inner artist and bring your friends out for a painting class with a twist. Caitlin tells us the experience is what you make of it.
You can bring booze and snacks, bring wine, bring what you like, and you can always go on our calendar and see what we're going to paint that day and sign up for what you want to do. And then it's just usually most of our classes are step by step, and so it's just a great little way to relax for an hour or two.
When you come to Tipsy Canvas, they provide the canvas and the acrylic paint.
Lately we've been using these really fun heavy-bodied acrylics, and you can use water with them and you can get a lot of like rich textures. That's been something kind of new and interesting. But yeah, they're all acrylic paintings, so they dry really fast.
Caitlin tells us every class is unique, but always a lot of fun.
We have our website, tipsycanvasmcallen.com, and you can also keep up with us on Instagram and on Facebook. And you sign up online, and we get all the information. So when you come in, you just sign in, and we help you find a seat. Doors open right at your class time. We'll do an intro. You'll get to know your artist a little bit, or a lot of it by the end of the class. And then we just do a whole painting together.
And if you're not a professional artist, there's no need to worry. Caitlin will walk you through your painting step by step.
I always tell people we don't have grades. There's no grades, just alcohol and cupcakes.
So whether you love painting or you're looking to try something new, Tipsy Canvas is the place to forget your worries and have a great time at one of Caitlin's classes.
For me, I am the queen of bad jokes and puns. I have bad jokes for days. I can work a Cardi B lyric into just about any painting instruction, and that's just one of my many useless skills. And yeah, it's always gonna be a good time. Usually in my classes, everybody becomes friends at one point or another, and people kind of make connections, and that's one of my favorite things about this job.
And Caitlin tells us Tipsy Canvas also has 3 other instructors ready to teach you and your friends.
You should try everybody out because everybody has a different vibe. My classes are definitely louder and a little crazier, but if you want like more of a calm vibe, we have other artists for that too, and it's always a good time.
And I'm done. That's it.
You did fantastic! It's amazing! It's really good!
For more information, call 956-278-3681 or visit tipsycanvasmcallen.com. Hey guys, welcome back to Made in the 956 Extra. I'm here with Channel 5 News This Morning anchor Trey Serna. Trey, thank you for joining me.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, so today we're talking about something really fun.
Flowers?
Yes.
My favorite.
Yes. So I got to talk to Sandra Montoya. She's the creator and owner of Petals and Blossoms. Now, it's the Valley's first ever mobile flower shop. Her and her boyfriend actually got inspired in California. They saw a truck over there. They decided to come back home. They found a horse trailer and they transformed it into a mobile flower shop. So now she can go all across the valley. She's a florist by trade, so this isn't seemingly out of nowhere. And she goes all across the valley to events and weddings and whatnot and brings beautiful bouquets to people.
You know what? I think I've actually seen them before because I was at the McAllen Convention Center and I was walking around and I saw them in a little corner and they looked absolutely adorable.
It's a really, really cute setup, and she's going to be there until June. She really likes that area because a lot of people can just walk up and approach and just see what they have available. Because think about going to a flower shop. It's a little intimidating to kind of go and kind of, pick out whatever, especially if you don't know what to do.
I never know what to do. I go in and I'm just lost. I'm like, do what you will.
Exactly. And this is really fun. It's BYOB. It's build your own bouquet. So it's really cute. You get to walk up, pick whatever you want, and she can help you assemble it, and then you can give that to whoever you need to give it to.
I love that so much. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me again, Trey.
Welcome.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, coming up, it's time for Charro Days. If you've been craving an Espiro Papa like me, now is your chance when we return. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at take5.krgv to keep up with us throughout the week.
The following segment is sponsored by Charro Days.
Charro Days is here, and if you're in the mood to dance, eat, and have fun, now's your chance. Our Take 5 reporter Carmen Elena is in Brownsville with all the details.
Hey guys, the 86th annual Charro Days Fiesta is officially here, and I am with the Charro Days president, Mr. Henry Levere. Sir, what can you tell us about the Charro Days and how did it begin?
Well, Charro Days began in 1938. It began as something to stimulate the economy. The recession was taking place, the businesses were hurting. Several businessmen got together to see what they could do to stimulate the economy and also celebrate the Mexican charro, or the cowboy. So they got together, so they created a beautiful fiesta so that the people could also increase their spirits, improve their spirits. And since then, we've been doing it for 86 years.
And what can people expect from this year's parade?
Well, this year's parade is bigger than ever. We have a lot of beautiful floats. A lot of bands are participating. On Friday, we have about 90 participants in the parade. On Saturday, we have about 135. So there's a lot of variety in our parade, a lot of beautiful things. So we invite people to come over and enjoy the parades.
And what can you tell me about the food that people can expect here?
Oh, the food is endless. There's so much variety. You can go from a fajita taco to a churro to a picadillo taco, a tostada. It just goes on and on and on. Really, it's what's your pleasure? What would you like to eat? And you will find it. Very wonderful, authentic Mexican food.
And what can you tell me about the parking situation and how early can people get here to get a good seat?
Well, the parking is kind of like on a first come, first served basis. You come in, there's a lot of parking around, a lot of residential, a lot of businesses offer parking spaces. So it's a matter of driving down here, driving around, and you will find spots. But of course, the earlier you come, the better.
And where can people go to find more information about the Charro Days?
Our information is available on the Charro Days Fiesta website. It's available on Facebook, it's available on Instagram, and it's also available on Twitter.
Well, there you have it, guys. Put on your best traje típico and come home to Charro Days. For Take 5, I'm Carmen Elena.
And a few more events happening this week to tell you about. In FAR, the Farm Dinner 2023. It's the Food Bank's RGV's annual fundraiser 5-course dinner. You can buy tickets at the Food Bank RGV, and today is the last day for the Los Fresnos Rodeo, a pro rodeo performance scheduled this afternoon, plus food and carnival rides. Thank you so much for joining us on today's Take 5. Have a great rest of your week.